This is TWiT.
You know, every time I hear people say, oh, Lena Khan and the FTC and the FCC, they're ineffective, they can't get anything done, Jessica Rosenworcel can't get anything. Every time I fight back because I say, we need these guys. This is the last defense against technology that wants to shitify the universe. So this started, and I'll give some credit to Motherboard. Joseph Cox, in 2019, you may remember his article in Motherboard, I gave a bounty hunter $300, then he located our phone. T-Mobile, Sprint, and AT&T are selling access to their customers' location data, and that data is ending up in the hands of bounty hunters and others not authorized to possess it. This was 5 years ago. Now, unfortunately, I'm sure it's a complete coincidence, the Senate has been so deadlocked they were not able to approve. It was Gigi Sohn, right? The President Biden's pick for the FCC. Yep. So the FCC was deadlocked 2-2. They couldn't do anything about it until finally the deadlock was broken not so long ago when a fifth commissioner was confirmed. Democrats had a 3-2 margin. Jessica Rosenworcel, the chairman of the FCC, finally got this fine through. The FCC is fining, it just warms the cockles of my heart. The U.S. mobile carriers have combined nearly $200 million for sharing customers' location data without their consent. The FCC says it found carriers sold access to its customers' location information to aggregators who then resold access to such information to third-party location-based service providers. Now, the trick the agency says they used is they offloaded their responsibility to get consent to the downstream participants. They said, okay, we're going to give you this data, but you got to ask before you use it. Of course, they didn't. And even after being made aware of the issue, the FCC says carriers still didn't limit access to the information. T-Mobile, $80 million. Sprint, which has since merged with T-Mobile, $12 million. AT&T, $57 million. Verizon, $47 million. These are actually lower than the initial fines proposed. AT&T spokesperson says the FCC's action, quote, lacks both legal and factual merit. It unfairly holds us responsible for another company's violation of our contractual contractual requirements to obtain consent. Ignores the immediate steps we took to address that company's failures, and perversely punishes us for supporting life-saving location services like emergency medical alerts and roadside assistance that the FCC itself previously encouraged. We expect to appeal the order after conducting a legal review. So they're basically saying, Your Honor, we just shared it with life-saving location services like emergency medical alerts and roadside assistance. We told them, you can't use this, you can't sell it on unless you get customers' consent. It's not our problem. Verizon said one bad actor gained unauthorized access to information relating to a very small number of customers. It's an old program Verizon shut down more than half a decade ago. So this is from The Verge.
I do think it's notable to note that the fines that these companies are complaining about are a fraction of a fraction of what they make. I mean, T-Mobile's market cap is $193 billion. It made nearly $80 billion in revenue last year. AT&T is much of the same, like $120 billion in revenue last year and $121 billion market cap. And yet they are still complaining as if this is some affront to the sanctity of their businesses.
Hey, it's Leo Laporte. I hope you enjoyed this little snippet from our show This Week in Google. For the full show, you can either go to our website, twit.tv/twig, or find Twig in your favorite podcast client. And, of course, there's links right below, somewhere down there, for more information.